Pisces, hey, how are you? Coming in, we're doing we're doing a general reading for the sign of Pisces for March 2022. It's going to be general, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. Ignore the old dog. He makes old man sounds all the time, man. Yeah, right. Anyhow. Alright, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back and see me again. And if you've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Alright, what can we do to help Pisces for March 2022? Alright, we got the Five of Cups, the King of Swords, and what is that? The Three of Pentacles in the recent past. The Page of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Wands in the present energy. Okay. The Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Swords in the possible outcome. Alright. Alright, let's see what we could find out from this. We'll clarify with another deck, and at the end I'll pull an oracle card. Alright. Alright, Pisces, it looks like very recently you may have been missing something. You know, things change, jobs end, friends, stop coming around. And you're like missing what used to be. Except for if you're feeling that way and you're missing those things, you might be forgetting about what's still here. So maybe, the family and the friends that you still have, or, the new job that you might have. So you're just like, kind of like sitting in the feeling of, what would I say was considered? Miss it? I'll come up with the word eventually, but like you're sitting in that. And you need to step away from that, remember what you still have, and, kind of like move on past that, not even to worry about what used to be, because we can't always keep everything the same way, because, life is life, and it does happen. This King of Swords energy, now this can be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it actually could be somebody in your environment who is very structured, and, they're very routine, logical. So if you work with them, you kind of know who they are. They're very logical. They use their head over their heart at any time. And if they're like a supervisor or a manager, they're firm, but they're fair. And I feel like you would know that, and that's somebody that if you're not close to, but that you have something to do with them in maybe making you feel like you missed something. Maybe you missed the old job because you just started a new job, and maybe you're not so happy about this dude. Or if that's your energy, and maybe you are the supervisor and you're coming across, it like kind of like that, maybe a little bit detached, and not feeling all warm and fuzzy like you did maybe before. And because you're trying to get people to work together, collaborate with things, be teamwork, and trying to get all these team players involved, and you're just missing what you had before because this is a whole new situation. Now, we didn't clarify yet, but from the beginning, that's what it could be. But this Page of Swords, this is, you have an inspiration. There's like something that's going off in your head, kind of like, wait, I can do this, or whatever it is that you're thinking about. And you're like, okay, I got this collaboration going on, and, I have the power here. I'm the boss person. I can do this, whatever this inspiration is that you're thinking about, but for some reason you feel stuck about it. So maybe you're like, okay, I got this idea, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm not sure exactly how to go about it. But I think if you put your head to it, with the Six of Wands energy, apparently somebody's going to acknowledge it. Somebody's going to notice it. They're going to notice you because of the work that you put into something. And that might be actually even how you came up with this position. If this is you, if this King of Swords energy is you, you might have come into this position because somebody acknowledged you somewhere. And obviously not presently, but even more further in the past, you might have been acknowledged for something that got you pushed forward to, this King of Swords energy that gave you the freedom to be able to come up with these new ideas and, try to be able to work them into something. This Eight of Cups, though, I feel like you put a lot of work into something, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and, maybe some feelings, and, you felt like you needed to move away from it. So was this the old position, maybe? Is this old friends? Is this something that it wasn't working for you anymore? Now, I don't know if it was a matter of you had to move away or you actually had to walk away from this situation. Because, and it feels kind of sad. It feels like a really sad departure, like you didn't want to. So wherever you had to walk away from, you didn't want to, but you knew it was for your best eventually. That was going to, make you feel, you were going to feel like crap for a little while, but then you were going to be able to get over it because it needed to happen. But then I still feel like you're having this feeling of disappointment and, apathy, and almost feel like not even wanting to accept whatever else is coming out to you. It's like, okay, well, I have these 3 cups, and now they're offering me a 4th. I don't want it. They could have given, like whether it was feelings, emotions, they could have given it to you before. If somebody wanted to share these feelings with you before, fine, but now you're trying to give me this, I don't want it anymore. Like, I always feel like this guy, he looks like, kind of like a little, almost a spoiled brat. No, you could have given it to me, you didn't, so now I don't want it. That kind of energy coming out of that. Just because now I'm disappointed and I don't think I should have to take it. So I feel like you're moving away from something. Because maybe whatever it is here that was making you feel that you missed something from the past and what you were so sad about walking away from. I feel like you're moving away from that present energy because it's not working. Like, so whatever it was that you thought you were walking towards turned out not to feel the same way as you thought it would be. And so I'm not sure if this is like a job that you're moving away from, a living situation, or there's some people that you're trying to get away from. Or, I don't want to make it sound like, like they're like meanies or whatever, but just, some people that you're not working well with. They're not in the good, you and them are not in the same energy, not on the same frequency or something. And I don't know if that's your personal work relationship, but just feels like this was not what you thought it would be, turned out that it's not. Let's see what we can find out. The 5 of Cups. What can we find out for 5 of Cups for Pisces? Let me find out for 5 of Cups for Pisces. We got the Queen of Coins, the 10 of Coins, and the 2 of Cups. That looks like you might have had an offer from somebody, somebody that you're close to romantically, personally, platonically. There was an offer, and they said to you, hey, I have this idea. There's this place. You should get a job here. Or, I work here. You should come work here. It's going to be lucrative. It's going to make, put you in a good position. You'll be able to have a lot of, monetary gain from it. And, you're going to feel very good about yourself, being confident and stable and grounded. And I feel like that might have been the offer that made you walk away from what you walked away from. What about this King of Swords? This King of Swords here for Pisces. So was that... So you walked away from something, and I'm just supposing here. So say you walked away from something with those promises in mind, and you ended up in a position or around somebody that's not where you felt comfortable. So, you wanted to be able to you wanted to make sure things were even and balanced and equal. But you felt like you couldn't be in this environment for too long, so you had to kind of move away and kind of speed, and you had to move away from it. So even though you might have been there for a little while and you put some effort into it, and you made some friends of your coworkers, and you did some projects and the things that you did, but you still felt like you needed to move away from it because it just wasn't what you thought it would be. So what about the Three of Pentacles? King of Staffs, Eight of Swords, and Three of Coins. So I feel like, all right, so now this energy of the King of Staffs, it's possible it could have been with you, but it could have been Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Didn't even have to be a man. It's not gender specific, but there's a very strong energy around you that maybe you worked with, and they kind of came across as possibly, they're energetic, they're passionate, they're dependable, and or is that what energy that you were putting out? That they motivate, and they motivate others. So maybe you were in a higher position, so you were able to motivate others, and to get their teamwork and their cooperation. But again, you were feeling stuck. I mean, I feel like you were feeling stuck in regards to something. So what about this Page of Swords? What about this Page of Swords for Pisces? The Emperor, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Staffs. Well, the Emperor, that's the person they're making the hard decisions. They're totally, in whatever the situation is, they are in charge. So I don't know if they are like the controller of your company. I don't know if they're like the highest manager, the CEO, or somebody around you. It could be you, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like you. But they are actually around you, and I feel like you're taking that opportunity to say, wait, I have this awesome idea that I want to try to get through and do something with. And maybe you're taking it to them. And you're saying, okay, this inspiration that I have it, and I'd like to see what we could do with it. And I think maybe you just needed to take a break for a little bit just to try to get your head together. And I don't know how they handled that. I don't know if that was what was happening. You presented this, if you presented this idea to whoever that person is, and it feels like you were proud of it and you wanted to try to go forward with it. You just needed to stop for a little bit and just say, okay, well, let me just get my head together and go forward. And on this Eight of Swords, I have the Seven of Swords, the Four of Coins, and the Queen of Staffs. Now, it looks like with this Four of Coins energy, all right, so you're trying to keep things tight to your chest. Like, you don't want to give up too much energy, too much time, too much of anything into this situation. And I feel like you really feel like you're not getting the response that you expected. Like, maybe you're even being undervalued. Because I know this is lies and deceit, but actually it feels here that you just feel like an undervalued part in the situation. Because this Queen of Staffs, if this is your energy there, or if it's somebody else, this is somebody who is, they're, again, very passionate, they're independent, confident, multitasker. So this could be you reaching out and saying, okay, well, this is the idea, but now I think because you saw that whatever was going on with this Seven of Swords guy, girl, whoever this person is, who's maybe the one listening to you, was not taking your opinion to heart, or totally I feel they keep hearing the word undervalue. So whatever idea you were giving them, they were just they weren't processing it as what you thought it deserved to be processed as. And on the really bad part of it, I'm wondering, are they trying to take it as their own idea? That just kind of because that's why you're not giving up everything. You didn't want to share everything because you don't trust them. And rightly not. What about the Six of Wands? What about the Six of Wands? Pisces, what is the Six of Wands? The Four of Cups again. The Death card. And the Page of Cups. Well, all right, with the Four of Cups, all right, so you're going into something, you're feeling disappointed about it. It's not, it wasn't what you expected. You were hoping it would turn out better. But something's going to have a change. Something's going to change, because the only way that anything can come through new or different, something has to fall away. It has to die away. And I feel like you have a surprise coming. This is, I love that little fish dude. You see him? I love him. And always thinks of like a little surprise or like a little good news. There's a happy message, even a romantic potential. But I just feel like whatever goes on here, there's going to be a change and things are going to be different from now on. That's what that feels like. Things are going to be different from now on, especially with the little fish in the cup guy. So let's see what goes on. Let's see it go with Eight of Cups. What can we tell Pisces for March 2022? Ten of Swords, the Hangman, and the Six of Swords. Well, I feel like this Ten of Swords, this is an ending to whatever issues that you were having. So I feel like that chapter's over. I don't know what happened. You got bad advice. It was like you maybe shouldn't have moved far from where you were at. However that went out. But this seemed like this whole bunch of, just moving from place to place. And I think it's in a company or with companies in the same area. I don't think you're up moving house. But, having these good ideas, but getting stunk, being totally disregarded. And then I feel like you're going to take a minute and say, okay, let me see if I can look at this in another way. I got to think about this, look at it another way. And I feel like you're going to move on again because you're doing it again. So I don't know where you're moving to. I don't know if you're changing companies again or if you're going to, personally move. But I feel like this is definitely an ending to whatever situation this was. So let's see about this Four of Cups. Got the Page of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance. Alright, so it's going to take patience. It's going to take time. You're going to have to balance out your feelings and your thoughts about things and try to be able to, look at the lighter side of things. Look at the bright side. Because this chapter's turning. Like, the ending was there. A whole new chapter is going to start for you. Okay? So your cycle's ending. And you have this new, idea for stability and, a new beginning. And I feel like you know that, but you had to do that move to do it. Like, that had to happen. So whatever this was, I don't know if this was a company, this is maybe somebody's company that you knew that you thought you were in a good place with them. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it was a rocky month for you so far, Pisces. I mean, March is looking a little rough. Let's see if we can end it in a better... All right, Six of Swords. Nine of Cups, Strength, and Empress. Now, see, this is better. All right, so with this, I feel like after you do this final move out of the department, out of the company, out of something, I feel like you finally get to the point where you are actually feeling good about where you are at, what you're offering them, and how they're responding to you. All right, this is like, dreams come true, as in you feel good about yourself. You're able to be there and not feel like you're being taken for granted, or not being like you're just, you're just there, kind of like a body in a desk. All right, there's a possibility of growth, and you used a lot of willpower, a lot of inner strength to be able to get there. So yeah, Pisces, I mean, it was rocky. I mean, time is fluid, so this could have been over a period of time, but just how it's coming up now, it just seems like, March was rough. Let's see but in the end, it does come out to be okay. You just had to get that wheel to turn, get off that crazy wheel, whether you were on the bottom, on the top, or wherever you were. That karmic wheel can, really send you for a loop sometimes. Yeah. Look at the bigger picture. The It's a full moon in Sagittarius. So, universe is telling you to look at the bigger picture. And a personal issue reaches resolution, which I'm thinking that was what happens at the end, because 3 of them popped up, so you're going to get all 3 of them. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, so you got 3. And hopefully you enjoyed it. If it resonated with you, you can write me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up. Write me a comment. Yeah, that's what I meant. Not email. Comment. And subscribe. That would be so awesome. And I will be seeing you in a couple weeks. Take care, guys.